You ever check into a hotel, throw your bags down, and just feel safe? Yeah, about that. What if I told you your room might be one of the easiest places to break into? Not kidding. From doors that can be popped open with a rubber band to scams that steal your credit card before the pizza even shows up, there's way more going on than you think. And today, I'm spilling it all. Plus, exactly how to protect yourself. All right, let's start with something small. Literally, that tiny peephole in your hotel door, that one that's supposed to make you feel secure. Yeah, it's kind of lying to you. Most people think, sweet, I can check out who's outside without opening the door. Makes sense. That's the whole idea. But what almost nobody realizes is that with a cheap little tool like Amazon Prime for €6.99 cheap, someone outside your room can flip the peephole's function and see in. Not just a blur either. We're talking a full view of your room, your stuff, and yep, you. It's called a reverse peephole viewer. And the worst part is, it doesn't look sketchy when someone uses it. They could just be leaning against the door casually while getting a perfect peek inside. And in some older hotels, you don't even need the tool. The glass is so bad you can just walk up and look through it with your bare eyes, like it's an accidental feature. A clip of a Vegas hotel doing exactly this blew up on TikTok, and it wasn't even an isolated case. This kind of thing happens way more than you'd think. Imagine changing clothes, totally unaware someone's watching from the hallway. Creepy doesn't even begin to cover it. So, what do? Simple. Block it. You don't need some tactical gadget from a spy store. Grab a piece of duct tape and slap it on. Done. I keep a strip wrapped around my deodorant when I travel. Saves you space, solves problems. You can also buy those little peephole covers online for pocket change. Honestly, they're a no-brainer. It's not about being paranoid. It's about being one step ahead. Because when you're in a new place, the last thing you want is someone watching you without you even knowing. Next, the pizza menu that's actually just a trap in disguise. Let's set the scene. You've just arrived after a long-haul flight. You're jet-lagged, slightly dehydrated, and running purely on airport snacks and wishful thinking. You drop your bags, kick off your shoes, and collapse on the bed. And right there, on the floor by the door, is a pizza flyer. Extra large, cheese-stuffed crust, half price. Free delivery. Sounds too good to be true, right? It usually is. See, this scam is brilliantly low effort, but devastatingly effective. Scammers print up fake menus, basic flyers with a local number, and slide them under every door in the hotel. You call, you order, you give them your card details over the phone, and then crickets. Your food never shows up. But your bank statement? That's about to light up like a Christmas tree. And in the best case scenario, if you do get something, it's usually some soggy, freezer-burned mess made in someone's dodgy studio flat with a microwave and a drain. Not exactly what you want to remember from your trip. This trick is so common that some hotels have started leaving warning notes inside rooms, telling guests not to trust random delivery flyers, which is honestly kind of hilarious if you think about it. The hotel won't stop someone slipping paper under your door, but they'll leave a note warning you not to trust it. Classic. But here's how you sidestep it entirely. Order from real food delivery apps. Whatever's actually popular in that country. It might not be Uber Eats. It might be Deliveroo, Glovo, Wolt, or some random app you've never heard of. But a quick search will tell you what's legit. Trust me, a 5-minute Google beats dealing with a hacked card and calling your bank while trying to enjoy your holiday. And don't think it's just pizza. Sometimes it's Thai, or burgers, or 24/7 breakfast. If it looks a little too convenient and it's not connected to a real app or restaurant listing, assume it's bait. Up next, how a basic rubber band can undo the only lock between you and someone barging into your room. No, seriously. All right, let's talk about the illusion of security. You close the door, slide that little chain across, hear that satisfying click, and boom, you feel secure. Like, good luck getting in here, right? Wrong. Because here's the punchline. Someone with a basic rubber band or even a piece of string can pop that thing open in seconds. Seriously, there are entire YouTube tutorials showing how to do it. And it's not even some shady underground hack. It's just physics. The chain lock is designed for casual security, not actual protection. Which means if someone wants in, they'll get in. But let's take it further. It's not just the chain. You've also got swing bars, push latches, and those little deadbolt turn knobs. And guess what? There are tools and techniques for every single one of them. You don't even need a key, just a little patience and the right angle. I know, it sounds dramatic, but I've seen it done. And the worst part, you wouldn't even hear it if you were asleep. So, how do you fight back? This is where the portable lock comes in. Think of it like a mini force field you control. Brands like Adalock make them. Super compact, fits in your hand luggage, and takes less than 10 minutes to install. And once it's in place, that door is not opening, even if the person outside has a key, a crowbar, and a vendetta. It creates a second line of defense, one the hotel can't bypass, and one you don't have to trust someone else to maintain. And listen, I'm not saying you have to carry a full security kit in your backpack like some paranoid secret agent. But if you're traveling solo in a sketchy area or staying somewhere you didn't vet properly, this tiny gadget could give you serious peace of mind. Plus, it takes up less space than a sock. Next up, we're heading outside the room, because the hotel's biggest red flag might actually be visible before you even check in. You scroll through hotel listings, find one with a rooftop pool, sleek interiors, maybe even a free breakfast, 5 stars. Photo looks solid. Reviews sound decent. You're sold. But here's the kicker. None of those glossy pics tell you where the hotel actually is. And I don't mean the address. It's usually there, buried somewhere under the booking form. I mean the context, the neighborhood. What's next door? What's across the street? You won't know until you're standing there in the middle of it, wondering why your Uber driver gave you that "you sure" look. Some hotels are absolute gems on the inside and absolute chaos outside. I've booked places that looked incredible online, only to arrive and realize the area was loud, sketchy, or just flat out unsafe after dark. And this matters, especially if you're a solo traveler or arriving at night or planning to walk anywhere. So here's your move. Copy and paste the hotel's address into Google Street View before you book. Look around, zoom out, spin the camera. Are there dodgy storefronts? Bars on every window? Is the building next door abandoned or burned out? Does it scream, "You shouldn't be walking here with a suitcase"? And if the street looks fine, go one level deeper. Filter reviews by keywords like safe, dangerous, sketchy, and neighborhood. Booking.com actually lets you do this. You're not looking for one Karen who complains about street noise. You're looking for patterns. If 3 different people say the alley smells like crime and regret, maybe take that as a sign. Also, heads up. Hotels near airport zones or tourist hubs sometimes land in weird no man's land districts. They get away with it because they throw in amenities or discounts that distract you from the location. Bonus tip: if you're feeling extra cautious, avoid rooms on the ground floor. They're easy to access from the street and make for a quick escape route. For thieves, not you. Most security experts say floors 3 to 6 are the safest sweet spot. Not too high for fire safety, but far enough from wandering hands. That said, I personally love the higher floors. Less noise, better views, and honestly, I'd rather deal with stairs than dodgy hallway traffic. Next segment, why even the check-in desk might be handing out more than just your room key. Like, say, your personal details to the wrong person. All right, so you made it to the hotel, you survived the pizza flyer, you booked somewhere decent, you're feeling good. But there's one more moment where things can quietly go sideways. Check-in. Because here's what most people don't think about. That front desk, it's basically a microphone broadcasting your personal info to whoever's standing within earshot. Let's say you're a solo female traveler. You walk in at night, and the receptionist, trying to be helpful, smiles and says, "Okay, so you're in room 214. Just head up the stairs, take a left, all the way down the hall. Sounds normal, right? Except the guy lurking quietly behind you just clocked your room number, knows you're alone, and knows exactly where to find you. Creepy? Absolutely. Common? Unfortunately, yeah. Even if you're not solo, it's still a risk. Some hotels write the room number right on the keycard sleeve. So if you lose it or someone swipes it, boom. They've got access and your location. In some hotels, they can even charge stuff to your room without showing ID. All they need is your room number and maybe your last name. So here's what you do. Politely ask the front desk to write the room number down instead of saying it out loud. Ask for 2 keys, even if you're alone. Makes it look like you're not. And whatever you do, never leave your key card in those branded paper folders. If someone finds it, they've basically got a fast pass to your stuff. Oh, and be careful what you say, too. I used to chat with hotel staff before heading out. Yep, just off to grab some lunch. Until someone in the comments called me out. They were right. You're literally announcing, my room will be empty for the next few hours. Now, I keep it vague. Smile, nod, leave. No need to give a full itinerary to strangers, no matter how friendly they seem. Because sometimes the biggest threat isn't a master key hacker or a dude with a peephole tool. It's just someone paying a little too much attention. All right, so maybe hotel rooms aren't as secure as we all thought, but now you've got the upper hand. You don't need to go full secret agent. Just do the basics. Cover the peephole, skip the sketchy flyers, use a real lock, and keep your info quiet. It's small stuff, but it makes a big difference. And if you thought this was wild, wait until you see what's really happening at the airport. That video's next. Stay smart out there.